Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the first season of Paramount Plus's new show, The Game. And this focuses on new players, offer a modern day examination of black culture through the prism of pro football while trying to keep their souls as they play the game. And this series focuses on obviously all the behind the scenes of football and the politics that go into picking players and who's going to be starting and putting a team together. And it also digs into more of the modern take of you have social media, you have anything that could be pulled up out of nowhere and cause a bunch of issues. And you also have the agent side of things and all those politics of like trying to get the right agent, getting the right players, what you're going to do for your players. And like in the synopsis, this show focuses on a lot of black culture and also dealing with a lot of prejudice and racism and the code switching that people have to do in different scenarios to maybe like kiss up and try to connect with wealthier white people, especially those who, like in this situation, the show focuses on the owner of the team, dealing with the players and the agents of the players, and all those different kinds of things and different experiences, because this show focuses on a lot of different kinds of things, and you have at the core of it the family aspect as well, where you have this agent who's more or less the main character. You have Tasha, and then you have like her kids, and how one of her older kids always feels like they're being left out, and you have her and her relationship with her family versus her relationship with her players, and what she's putting the most time and effort into her own relationship. And that's also true about the romances in the show as well. And you have Brittany, who's a big part of the show, and her budding relationship with one of the players. And along with that, you have a lot of different scenarios when it comes to the actual players. You have like veterans trying to keep their jobs, new players trying to make that breakout, and one particular player who's been in prison and is trying to put that behind him and get another chance at the show and being able to do that. And Wendy Raquel Robinson is such a powerhouse at the front of this show. She's extremely entertaining. She brings a lot of strength to this role. This is a powerful woman, and she's interesting, and you want to see how she deals with all of her relationship issues with her husband and her family, and deals with all the politics and the crazy circus that is the media around her players. And you have Brittany, Adriyan, Ray, who I think is fantastic in this show as well. They're definitely the two standouts, and they're the two focal points in this show, and they have their own conflicts all the way up through, because you have Brittany, who's really trying to make something of herself, and is she able to really meet that challenge? And you have, I think, one particular character I wanted to bring up specifically, played by Tim Daly, is Ulysses S. Thatcher, who's the owner. And, you know, he's more or less like the Jerry Jones, and looks like Jerry Jones fused with Doug Dimmadome from Fairly Odd Parents. And he has like that southern accent and like that white suit. And you have all that going on, and all of the passive aggressiveness, the underlying things, all of the politics that go into this. And it's intriguing, and it does it in an interesting and energetic way. The show has pop, it has style, it has excitement, and it's able to capture black culture in a really meaningful and connective way where you can be relatable and see how everybody's really trying to reach for that brass ring, that dream of theirs. Every single character in this show that is a vocal point is like they have a dream, and you are there along for the ride. And this first season sets up all these characters, sets up interesting and intriguing relationships, and leaves it open for a big hook at the end. And how this season ends is big and sets up huge ramifications for the next. And yeah, it deals with its cliches. You've seen stuff like this done before. I think probably like Any Given Sunday is probably the closest thing you've seen of like this harder look at football. Like, this isn't like The Replacements kind of silly, fun, breezy kind of film. It's more, has that kind of tone with Any Given Sunday and deals with some of those kinds of things. And this is a very interesting show. I enjoyed watching it every week. It's like 10 episodes, half-hour episodes. Definitely recommend it over on Paramount Plus. But those are my thoughts on the game. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.